are about to enter the Red and Rev Sports Show experience. Get ready for some real sports talk from some real sports fans who were real sports athletes who have sports knowledge.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Red and Rev Sports Show. Rev, did you share us on Facebook? I couldn't find us on Facebook. No, anyway. Welcome to the show, y'all. We back at it again. Got a full house in here today. Talking about coaches getting fired, coaching legacies, baseball awards. What's going on with look, NBA, baseball, and football gonna be talked about on today's show. Episode, I don't know what episode it is. Something close to 400. Anyway, let's get started, y'all.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Red and Red Sports Show. Red and Coach are coming to you live from the ATL Jordan, giving you real sports talk because we are real sports fans. We're real sports athletes who have what, gentlemen?
Real
sports knowledge.
So hang out with
your
your boys.
sports knowledge.
Thank you, sir. Hang out with your boys, Red and Coach, for episode 398, 2 away from 400. As we start this week off on the right note. My apology, I was distracted. We're now on Facebook, so let's keep it moving and let's get the emotions right so that we have a great show. As we get ready to start this show, Coach, we're going to turn our numbers attention to you. Give us something or someone that deals with these three digits, 3, 9, and 8. What you got for us, Coach? What you got for us?
Good morning, everybody. Number 398 goes to. Am I on?
You're on, sir.
Can you hear me?
You're on, sir.
Oh, number 398. Number 398 goes to a man who, this fella, he played a long time defensive end for the Indianapolis Colts. He was responsible. He led the league in forced fumbles 3 years. He wore number 98. He was big time. He hadn't made the Hall of Fame yet, but I think he's going to get there. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Number 98 for the Indianapolis Colts, Robert Mathis. 398. Robert Mathis for the Indianapolis Colts.
Defensive end, right? Can you hear me, Coach?
Yes, sir.
Defensive end?
I can hear you.
Yeah. I'm asking you a question.
Sir.
Defensive end? Something wrong with your connection, Coach.
You can't hear me?
I'm asking you a question.
Okay.
You can't, defensive end, Rev. Defensive end.
I hear you, but okay.
Yeah, we are starting.
Coach, if you can't hear the question.
Oh boy. What did Leah say? Just one of them days?
One of them days. Rev, go ahead. I'm finna.
Just one of them days.
I'm good.
All right, we're gonna get everything straight. It's just one of them days, boy. Let's see. What's up, Joe Black? Glad to have you. Thanks for tuning in. We're trying to get ourselves together today. A lot of stuff going on, but yeah, man. Grateful for your participation and presence on the Red and Red Sports Show on today. We'll see what's going on with Coach because we don't understand what was going on with Coach.
There you go.
Can you hear us, Coach?
Yeah, I heard you all along.
Oh God!
All right, I was asking defensive end, and all you responded with, "Can you hear me?"
I kept saying yes. I thought you heard me.
No, something's wrong with the connection.
We didn't hear the yes part.
We never heard yes. All we heard was, "Can you hear me?
Oh.
Can you hear me?"
Oh Lord.
But
can you hear me? He turned into the shot like Diddy Red. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Tell me, can you hear me?
All right, we had a
That's have you seen her?
Oh yeah, that's right, Coach. You're right, my man.
But we're glad everybody's able to be heard and seen. Right now, we had a little bumpy start, but it's not how you start.
Beat kids.
All right, good to be back with you all. I've been off for about 2-3 weeks handling church business, but good to be back on the show on today. Thanks to Big Horace for joining the show the past 2 weeks. We truly appreciate him filling in. With that being said, we only had one person from Revenite Nation to chime in, and that was Joe Black. And
everybody still asleep.
Everybody's still asleep or somebody upset. I don't know what's going on around these streets, but we are grateful.
Guess they got a
And
new show to tune into.
all right, man, let's jump right into it because we just still got to get the show to go on. Let's jump right into our dope, note, and cope moments for this week. And Coach, we'll start with you. What you got, man?
My dope moment goes to one Stephen Curry, who seemed to just let everybody know that I'm not done just quite yet. And he's gone out and started and punishing people every night, putting up almost 40 a game, over 40 a game, and winning. So despite Draymond Green, who's just a waste of space. But anyway, we ain't gonna go into that. But I'm gonna give it to Steph Curry, my dope moment, torching people for 40 a game.
Oh, yeah. All right, Red. What are you doping on, sir?
My dope moment goes to our Atlanta Hawks. I mean, battling injuries this year, especially with Trae Young being out, and these Hawks just keep right on pushing. Ain't missing one beat at all. 8-5, third place in the East. Yeah, I know it's early, but hey, gotta say something about them now. I may not be able to say nothing about them in a few months, so let me say something now. Why they actually playing well? They're 8-5, third place in the East. Defense is definitely improved. I just hope these Hawks can figure out a way to keep this going whenever Trae Young returns. But that'll be a while. That'll be another month away. So hopefully, Hawks, y'all keep playing, keep balling, keep getting that chemistry together. And who knows, we might have a problem on our hand in a month or two when Trae Young gets ready to come back. But y'all just keep winning. You keep winning and good things are happening. Good job, Atlanta Hawks, for keeping your heads above water when your top dog is out.
Excellent. Absolutely excellent.
My dope moment got to go to baseball. Shohei Ohtani, Aaron Judge going back-to-back MVPs. Sure. They are the epitome of consistency. And Shohei Ohtani, doesn't matter if he's in the American League or the National League, the beats and the bats keep going on. So big ups to Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge winning back-to-back AL, NL MVPs. Red, what are you noping on, sir?
I'm noping on Cal Riley not winning the AL MVP. Like, no. What does that man have to do to get an MVP around here? I had one of the greatest catcher seasons of all time. And when he looked back on that season, guess what? Empty-handed. No rings, no MVPs. Who cares about an all MLB selection, man? That man ain't got no hardware to look back at this great season he just had. So, note to baseball for not voting for him in the MVP award, and note to the Seattle Mariners for choking away that Game 7. You couldn't even go to the World Series and fight to get his man some hardware. Oh, Cal Riley. Guess we just got to start over again next year, man. But those type of seasons, it's hard to repeat, man. So, note for baseball and the Mariners for sending Cal Riley home this year empty-handed. No hardware, no nothing. Just a little story to tell his grandkids. Yeah, I had a good season back in 2025, but I ain't got nothing to show for it. So,
That's a prime case of markets matter.
When you
markets, New York versus Seattle. Go figure.
Well,
yeah, you're right, Rita.
And then plus Aaron Judge batted 331. Aaron Judge 331. What's name 231. That don't help your batting average right there when you're batting 231.
Oh man, Cal Riley 230. Yeah, I take that back, man. Maybe he won the MVP. 231. Oh, no way.
All right, let me nope on this, and that is I've been noping on this for about a year now, and that is I'm noping on Raheem Morris continuously being the Falcons coach.
Oh,
The reality is he's a joke, and I shared that last year. Once I went to the Washington Commanders Falcons game and saw what I saw in person, I knew that he was not the man for the job. And the Falcons, by keeping him around, are just delaying the inevitable. The man is still terrible at time management, and that should have been one of the things that he should have learned being under Sean McVay and the Los Angeles Rams. If you don't know how to manage the clock, how can you be a head coach? And the press conferences are insulting people's intelligence. We got to do better. We got to do better, offering no solutions whatsoever. So Falcons fans, wise up. Don't talk about rising up right now. Wise up and know that in the words of my late head basketball coach in high school, you're not winning nothing until Raheem Morris is gone, and you probably need to make some changes in the upper management because we see the same mistakes in hiring are being made over and over and over again. Last thing, I normally don't know for this long, but caption this. Mike Vrabel was interviewed during the same time Raheem Morris was interviewed. One team is 9-2. Another team is 3-6. Guess what team is 9-2, and guess what team is 3-6, and who are their head coaches? Enough said.
You've got to be kidding.
What are you noping on, sir? Coach, what are you noping on, sir?
I have concerns. I have concerns. And figure out what in the name of college football is with Miami being in the playoffs right now when they in 6th place in their division. How in the world is Miami in the playoffs? You skipping over Georgia Tech, SMU, Pittsburgh. All of them got one loss in the conference, 2 losses in the overall, just like Miami. But you don't even have them in the playoff picture. You got Miami in the playoffs right now. Well, how does Miami jump over all them teams and they lost to Louisville and SMU? I'm not seeing something. I'm confused. I'm trying to figure it out. Not like I got a bias against Miami, but it seems like somebody want Miami to be in the playoffs very badly. And, well, I know why Texas. I ain't going to comment on that, but Miami in the playoffs, I don't understand that. It'll shake itself out, but I'm looking at this on TV. They project that right now they're currently in the playoffs. How?
Well, I'll say this, Coach. The one thing that helped them is beating Notre Dame. And Notre Dame is currently ranked number 9 in the nation. Now, if you look at those other teams that you mentioned, like Georgia Tech, what's their most impressive victory? SMU, what's their most impressive victory? You know, that's where the rubber meets the road, even though SMU did beat Miami. But that Notre Dame win is looming large for Miami right now, even though you make a great point that there's 6th place in the division. But I think they're getting credit for beating Notre Dame. And Notre Dame gets special college credibility for whatever reason. So that's why they're still up in the standings.
Oh, well,
I don't think they should be in the college playoff like
we
you.
know why.
But Notre Dame gets that special attention. All right. Red.
What up, big dog?
All right.
You already know, so it's
Yes,
my
sir.
turn. Red, no shot at you, sir, when I say this. I'm coping with the fact that Hawks fans think Trae Young is the answer.
Oh, I don't think that.
Things will get worse with Trae Young. There's a reason why the Hawks are playing much better defense. Because the defensive liability is in street clothes and not on the court. You can't
Exactly.
score or be responsible for 30 points and give up the same amount. You break even. So that Walker Scott, what's his name? Walker, the guy they got from Minnesota. What's his name?
Nickeil Alexander Walker.
Walker.
Just call him No, real. No.
All right, no. Getting him was a great move because he could play point guard, plus he can defend his position. And then when you put him next to Daniels, Johnson, Okongwu, Porzingis, all those guys who are decent defensive players, you don't have as many defensive lapses that you have when Trae Young plays because he can't defend the ball and then he's too small. So, Hawks, you're helping yourself know that signing Trae Young to a long contract will be to the detriment of this team's future. So you have seen what you need to see. Do not sign Trae Young long term, or the organization will pay for it in the long run. That's all I got for you.
Rev, you are preaching to the choir, buddy. Do you know good well I'm not no Trae. I hope Trae Young can sit out a few more months. Sit out the season if you want to. I don't think we are going to sign him back, Rev, because I know our new GM, Uncy, whatever his last name is, I know he's seeing what's happening right now. I know everybody is seeing what's happening right now. Rev, have you been watching my post? Hawks play better when we're not playing four-man defense. When he played four-man defense, we look so much better. And let's keep not playing. Trae, sit out as long as you want to, buddy. Because I'm like you, Rev, when Trae come back, what's going to happen? So either A, they better figure out a way to make up for Trae's liability on defense, or either A, or Trae going to have to happen, or he going to have to sit out a few more games, because I don't want this chemistry messed up. And I like how we playing right now. I like how Quinn using the young guys, Asa Newells, Conwo's playing better. Jalen Johnson finally coming into his own. Luke Kennard, the Vit Krejci finally contributing. Vit Krejci. So look, Quinn is coaching so much better without the defensive liability on the floor. I'm just like you. What's gonna happen when the defensive liability comes back? I was just being a little nice to Hawks fans by early. I ain't want to just say, man, we don't need Trae Young at all.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Coach, what are you coping with, sir?
I'm coping with one Rick Carlisle of the Indiana Pacers. Last year, you were a runner-up in the NBA Finals. You had a great season. You went all out and you did what you had to do. Then, unfortunately, you lost Tyrese Halliburton. I know that's one player. He's a special player. He's big time or whatever. But there's no earthly way that you should be 1-11, Indiana. 1-11. Y'all down there with Brooklyn and Washington, two teams who won't win a championship until 2050. But y'all down there with them. And you have a better team than that. But right now, you need to have one of those. You need to go to Rev's church so he can sit down and have a coming to Jesus meeting with you and talk to you, give you some counseling, and tell you what you need to do to pick it back up. You just see That New Orleans coach just got fired today. He 2-10. So, Rick Carlisle, I know you got cachet because of what you've done before, but must remember, this is a Janet Jackson league. What have you done for me lately, sir? So, you may want to pick it up a bit and, I don't know, try something different. I don't know, start some folks, sit some folks, hug some folks, whatever you got to do to win. But 1-11 and a run up last year, no, thank you.
Coach, he'll get a pass because of what he did last year with Tyrese Halliburton. And also, in his defense, his best player this year, Benedict Mathurin, he's been injured half of the season, so that's part of the problem. When StreamYard is your best player right now, that's problematic. And then also remember Miles Turner went on to Milwaukee. So all they got is Siakam and StreamYard right now, and that's not a team that you can really compete with. So actually, here's the other rub on it, Coach. They say that this draft coming up got some studs in it. Matter of fact, I was reading a report this morning that if Cooper Flagg had been in this year's draft, if he didn't reclassify, some would say he could have gone as high as 3rd and as low as 6th. So I bring that up to say Indiana might say, come on and tank. Because if we could get one of these young kids and then bring Tyrese Halliburton back, we're in business. We're in business. So it may be to their benefit to lose all of these games so they get more ping pong balls. Who knows?
Exactly.
All right, Red, close this segment on out.
Well, Brooklyn already.
Well, Brooklyn decided to tank with that roster they put together. They know what they're doing. They're not trying to compete.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They already said, y'all ain't getting that ball.
Yeah. All right, Red, close us out.
Yeah, I don't really think it matters with the ping pong ball as long as you one of the stars team. And just know the Hawks get the Pelicans pick, so the Hawks might be up in this thing too. Keep losing, Pelicans. Good job firing Willie Green. Should have got fired with that way he was acting last night. But anyway, what's Red coping of? Well, not Red, but JB Bickerstaff, you might have to do some coping soon, because if you remember now, when you bought Cleveland back from the brinks of destruction, yeah, you had 3 straight winning seasons with them. They said, JB, man, thanks, but no thanks. See you later, buddy. Now you in Detroit, and now you bought them back from the brinks of destruction. Best record in the NBA, 9-game winning streak. Only team hotter than my Hawks right now. Man, I'm ready, coach. I'm just coping. If the Lions going to have this great season, what's going to happen to JB after the season? Is he going to get moved out for a better coach, or a more experienced coach, or a coach that they think can get them over the hump? Is JB Bickerstaff just the bridge coach to the next great coaches for all these teams? I don't know, Ray. I'm a little worried, man. Shoot, last time JB had Cleveland looking pretty good, they got rid of him. Now he got Detroit looking good. Is they gonna get rid of him too? We shall see. But anyway, good job you doing in Detroit, JB, man. Oh, don't turn it around Cleveland. Now you don't turn it around the Pistons. Boy, Hawks, you better keep JB number handy in case Quinn Snyder ain't the guy. But anyway, good job coaching JB with the Pistons, man. But just coping, man. I just hope they don't think a better coach can get them over the hump if you don't do anything in the playoffs. So we'll see. But anyway, good job, JB Bickerstaff.
All right, let's move on and see what Revenite Nation doping and coping on this morning. It seems like they have finally awakened, and they're here.
Finally woke up.
We see comments from quite a few folks. Let's see who we got. Let's start. The VP is in the building, slamming down the gavel to begin another 5 session of Red and Rev Sports Show. Reverend Nation rise up. He's doping on Shohei for being one of the 2 players to win the MVP in both the National American League. Well done. But Shohei has done it twice in both leagues. Facts. He said Cal received 13 first place votes, 17 second place votes. Judge has 17 first place votes and 13 second place votes. Judge was consistent. Cal, bring it again in 2026. Joe Black says the Falcons have a pass rush. They don't have much else, but they do have a pass rush. And that doesn't equate to winning games because you got to have an offense to complement the pass rush. The VP's noted on Emmanuel Clace and Luis Ortiz being suspended due to their involvement in alleged sports betting and pitch. Chauncey Billups is like, "Ooh, maybe they'll stop talking about me for a second." Laugh out loud. Joe Black says, "Nope, the fact that Virginia has lost ACC teams but only have one ACC loss and may win the ACC title in an automatic bid." Good morning, Mr. Prime Minister. Glad to have you. Joe Black says, statistically, Raheem is worse than Arthur Smith with a better roster. Yeah. I mean, because Arthur Smith was dealing with Mariota and Desmond Ritter.
Right.
I mean, come on, man.
man got a possible championship roster and fumbling it away.
The VP says he's coping with rest in power, Mr. Lenny Wilkins. What a career. He has 1 chip as the coach of the Seattle Supersonics, and they defeated the Washington Bullets in 1979. Now, Mr. VP, some folk in Atlanta might not care for Lenny Wilkins too tough. We pray for his family, God rest his soul. But because of him, he ruined potentially one of the best seasons in Hawks history because he didn't like coaching superstars. And when the Atlanta Hawks were in first place, when they had Dominique Wilkins, that was with Michael Jordan playing for the Chicago Bulls. This guy orchestrated a trade where they traded Dominique Wilkins to the Los Angeles Clippers, a superstar, and got a role player in the person of Danny Manning, who played out the end of that year and then left Atlanta to go play for the Phoenix Suns. Some Hawks fans have never gotten over that trade that was made in the Lenny Wilkins era, and that led to the Hawks playing winning basketball, but not championship basketball, because that's when we ushered in the Mookie Blaylock, Bad Knees Steve Smith, the Kembe Mutombo era. They won games, but never competed for a championship because he didn't like coaching superstars. So that opens up a wound for some Hawks fans when you make that comment. But with that being said, I was about to say all serious aside, and I was serious about everything I just said. But but to the original point, rest in peace, Lenny Wilkins. Great man overall. Just made a terrible trade, orchestrated a terrible trade. Jameson, that be Joe Black, said, "Don't worry, Texas will be out on the conversation tonight."
They better be.
Coach, those are projections, sir. If anything, Notre Dame shouldn't be ahead of us since we beat them head to head. Got a comment, Coach?
Whatever. Hey, you 6 in your division. Whatever. They shouldn't be projecting you to be nowhere. You 6.
Good morning, Mr. Presley. Said just returned from the bellowing bullfrog bonanza in Toad Town, California. Glad that you made it safely back home after such an experience. Joe Black said Miami won't make it, coach. The ACC will only get 1 bid, plus Carson Beck will have another 3 interception game. The Prime Minister said Louisville lost last night, so hopefully the Canes can win out and earn a spot amongst the 12. The president said, "Dope, we knew he was special, Big ups to Drake Baldwin. The VP said Red walked away from trade support faster than his hairline is running from his forehead or 5 head.
They support that, man. They support four-man. They support four-man defense. I didn't realize how extravagant it was to watching a team play with only 4 people playing defense. I mean, I've seen bad defenders before, but one guy ain't even trying. I mean, they switching to him like his pancakes, man. Oh, where's Trae Young? Let me switch to him and have a great night, man. Get out of here. That's killing us every night. Yeah, he can score and assist the ball, but how is that making up for some nobody going crazy on this? The Hawks getting killed by some no name every night because he looking for Trae on the switch.
And there's a reason why not too many people or not too many teams are trying to trade for him.
Right.
The president is open on the sudden rash of professional athletes getting caught up in gambling scandals. That was to be expected. That's why there needs to be a separation. I mean, come on now. The prime minister doping on Jokic stellar play this week. He's been in fuego. That's nothing news. Jokic is who he is. Joe Black said, just think, guys, we traded Luka for Trae. That was a culture trade. That was for the culture, for sure.
All day.
It's hard to advertise, come see Luka at the club. In Atlanta, that's a hard city.
In Magic City.
Check Luka at Magic. No, that doesn't sound. That wasn't basketball. It was definitely culture. The prime minister noping on Louisville, and their kickers missed 3 critical kicks like that and lose by a point. Ouch! Yeah, that's a tough loss. The prime minister coping. The NBA needs to quit the MVP talks. You're barely a month into the regular season. Give it a rest. I have to agree. Like let's wait till February at least. The president's noping on a bad week for legendary Pat, not related to Frankie Beverly. Talked about one man's girlfriend apparently choking out family members. Not proper behavior for a top 600 NBA player. Good morning to you, Tim. Said it's a great day for football. My nope is the college fight between Grambling and Bethune-Cookman. Yeah, that was a bad scene.
Oh, my God.
Not a good look. President Copen on Atlanta will get a new women's top soccer team, and they'll probably get a championship before the Falcons. Even the Berlin Wall said, even we didn't fall down like that.
Hey, blame it on the coach, man.
The VPs, so Mark Jackson just entered the chat. Tim coping on Deion Sanders and Colorado's record. It's time for him to wake up. What's up, Ours? We gave you a shout out earlier. Thanks for filling in the past 2 weeks. Said good morning, fellas. Dope Hawks for playing great. Jalen Johnson on the road. Nope. Falcons coach staff an absolute clown show. Amen to that. Cope another year with no playoffs for the Falcons.
Yeah, that's what we got. That's what fans got to cope with right there. We definitely not making the playoffs, especially if they get trounced by Carolina tomorrow.
The president's coping, and apparently you get fired for waking up the wrong way. I did not perform with the energy expectation required for the position in discussions for my buyout.
Oh my God! Trust me, you're right, man.
Joe Black said we passed for his family, but Lenny is ruined in Atlanta because of Danny Manning. That's for sure. Yeah. VP, laugh out loud. Lenny was on the take, had to be meet. Shoot, Dominique was getting everything moving back then, boy. I mean, that was a great time to be a superstar in Atlanta. And that's when Atlanta was the Black Mecca. What was the name of that club out there in Buckhead everybody used to go to?
Gold Club.
The Gold Club. The Gold Club, yep. That was
You know,
before
I remember that, real. They had that on trial. I ain't gonna never forget that one.
Yeah, that was before our adult time. That was
Yeah.
the club everybody went to, and
Dang.
all the celebrities would be there. So I'm sure Nick made a living there doing his thing. Winston Thorne from the eye test. You see how YouTube, they changed the way the names are displayed, so it's throwing me off. They go by the @ sign and not the people's name anymore. What's going on, fellas? And chat, smash that like button. We appreciate it. And the president was right on it. The Gold Club, Buckhead Brett's favorite spot. Joe Black said, Red, the last 2 coaches got fired after losses to Carolina. So maybe if we lose tomorrow, we'll have some news Monday. It's a thought.
Yeah, just be an interim coach the rest of the season. I hope fans are preparing themselves for what's about to happen. The only way we're gonna get better is if it does happen.
VP said Patrick Ewing just entered the chat and withdrew his testimony regarding the Gold Club.
Oh my God. Well, I said, Patrick, boy, he loves some strip clubs. That man has been in every strip club in America.
This is hilarious. Timothy Sago said Bill Campbell, the former mayor, shut that club down.
He shut everything down. Bill Campbell was a hater, man. He shut all the good stuff down.
Lord, Bill Campbell.
Well, Bill probably didn't get his cut because he was good with negotiating deals. They ultimately landed him in jail. Now, one last thing before we move on from Bill Campbell. I will forever appreciate Bill Campbell. And this is why. When he first ran for mayor in Atlanta, my father was pastor in Wheat Street Baptist Church. I never, and I mean never, experienced eating soul food at an Atlanta Braves game. And it was courtesy of Bill Campbell inviting my father and family, along with many other people, to a press box at the old Fulton County Stadium, where he was wining and dining us with soul food. I never thought I would experience soul food at a Braves game. I was a teenager at the time, and I was loving every minute watching Dave Justice and eating collard greens, macaroni and cheese, and fried chicken.
Now, real, was it courtesy of a Williams or MLK?
I don't know where he got it, but it was good.
Yo, man, Ray should invite me there with you, man. Oh, Ray having all this fun.
I didn't know you did at that point. I didn't know you did at that point. Yeah. I think I was in middle school at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where did Coach go?
I don't know. The Red Dogs just entered the chat.
Hey, I don't know. Dude, I don't know if the Braves had Red Dogs like them Dodgers. That real. If you ever go to LA, go to a Dodger game. Try one of them Dodger dogs. Woo. Good chili dog.
You know what? I went to a Dodgers game when I was a little kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I was like 7, but I didn't have the money then to purchase my own stuff. I had to get what I got. But I would love to go back.
I went to one when I think one of my first year in California. I went with one of my UPS co-workers. He and his mom invited me out there. Yeah, nice little experience. You know, I hate the Dodgers.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful stadium because it's surrounded by palm trees, which set it off.
Oh man, yeah. Well, you would definitely like the stadium, Rev, and I just say you would definitely like all of the sights.
I'm sure. Of all different types of creeds and colors and so forth.
Rev, you be in heaven, man.
Yeah, Los Angeles got that Miami and New York City vibe.
Yes. Oh yeah. I say it's expensive to live, but you will enjoy yourself.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of great sightseeing. Marion said, "I got that food from JJ's Rib Shack." Ho said, "To be honest,
I don't know if Mr. Campbell hung out on Campbellton Road."
He said, "To be honest, Lenny gets a pass for neat trade. That was Ted Turner didn't want to be any part of the illegal activities that was going on with Club 21. Rest in peace, Lenny." I don't know. All right. Marion Frank said, "Horace, that was Pete Babcock's thing. was to get rid of players before they got old on you and Nick's contract was going up.
You don't do it in the year that you the number one. Not when you the number one seed and playing for a championship. God, you know what I mean? I can see we were just in the middle of the pack, not going nowhere. We the number one seed. Real said, Michael Jordan in with the White Sox playing baseball. Ain't nowhere to be found. We got
Jordan was playing, Red.
Oh, he was?
Jordan was playing.
Oh man, that's even worse.
The number one seed.
You see why I was pointing that when we made that trade, that was when the Lakers became our number one team. Right there. I said, I'm done. Done. Lakers, you number one.
Yeah. Marion said, Red, you preaching to the choir. All right. All right. Thanks, Reverend Nation, for your comments. Please like and share if you're enjoying this broadcast. Who knows? Your like and or share might lead somebody to be a part of Reverend Nation. All right. No, Jordan wasn't in baseball. Trust me. Jordan, matter of fact, I'll look it up right now so we can be clear. Thank God for Google. When did the Atlanta Hawks trade Dominique Wilkins? That was the 93-94 season. Jordan was still playing. Just Chicago Bulls championships. Oh, y'all might be right. You're right. That was my bad. You're right. Y'all are right. He got traded in 94. Yeah, you're right.
That was the year he retired. Okay.
Yeah, he was retired. You're right.
Wasn't his dad? Didn't his dad pass away around that time?
Yeah. Well, it was before the 90. It was before the season. That's why he abruptly retired. I stand corrected. I stand corrected. Y'all are right. The Bulls won 91, 92, 93. Yeah, I agree, but the legal activities were going on, and Unique and Dion has to leave, and they both went to the West Coast. I got it. I stand corrected. Y'all have got it. All right.
Yeah, we'll trade.
Here we go. But it was a terrible trade. And that was more reason, if Jordan was gone, that was even more reason why you keep him, because you had a legitimate chance to win without Jordan being there.
Right. That has made the house look so stupid.
So that makes it even worse, which Atlanta teams have a history of doing. All right, let's move on, gentlemen. College football, big games today. Red, let's go back last week. How did you feel about your Georgia Bulldogs and their W last week?
Mississippi State. Yeah, well, once again, we had a bad start. Let Mississippi State just drive down the field on us and score a touchdown. But once again, after that, we seem to, start playing our typical brand of football. Gunnar Stockton went off. I think he had, a 3-touchdown game, if I ain't mistaken. Yeah, 3 touchdowns, 254 yards. Nate Frazier went off. The defense did their thing. See how many sacks we had. 3 sacks, but like I say, only thing I don't like about the Bulldogs is just the slow start. Just stop with these slow starts. I don't know what happened to the defense in the first and second quarters, but whatever it is, it usually gets fixed in the third and fourth quarters. That secondary is probably gonna have me worried all year long, but for the most part, we buckle down and play UGA football, and we beat them up 41-21. So good win, still 7-1. Don't know how we are 8-1, 7-1. What would be 8-1? Yeah, I don't know how we are 8-1, because man, I tell you, real, we don't have some close calls. The Tennessee game, the Ole Miss game, Florida game. The fact that we 8-1, I just need to say, forget the complaint, just be thankful that we 8-1 and in the playoff race, because it's been some Saturdays I'll be like, oh man, I don't think we're gonna make it this game, and there they go, they'll buckle down and start making plays in the second half. So, like I say, I'm not a fan of these slow starts. I'm not a fan of these ineffective starts. But it's in 9 games this season, it's working so far, and we're in the playoff hunt. So UGA, keep doing your thing, and Kirby, you just keep recruiting, and hopefully we'll get back to having these great classes. Rev, you said something to me a while back, so I think I gotta accept this, that with the way college football is now, with the NIL and the transfer portal, it's probably going to be hard for UJ to have those great teams like they had back-to-back championship years, because there's so much movement around now. So I'm assuming that's what's affecting us so far. Is we good, but it's going to be tough to be great unless Kirby go out there spending money like Ohio State, which we know he ain't gonna do. He'll spend a little money, but he ain't gonna go crazy. But like I say, just keep recruiting, Kirby. I know you still gonna be able to get some good football players because it's Georgia. But like I say, the UGA teams of the past, the championship teams, this is not this UGA team. This is not this same defense. And the running backs and the opportunistic offenses there, but you're looking for the defenses of the past, you're going to have to keep looking because they ain't there. And like I say, Georgia is just, instead of having the great defenses, we just have a good, solid defenses, and it's just bringing us back down to being is equal to the rest of the pack. But we still got a chance because we Georgia, and we still got Kirby, and we still got some of these good players. But we're not dominating on defense as we have before.
Yeah, and there's really nobody on defense right now that you say, wow, they're a stud. You know, some folk are trying to make KJ Bolton in the secondary that dude, but they don't have the horses like they did during those championship years. Coach, what observations do you have from last week to this week? I know your team was off. They got a big game today, USC. Any observations from college football that you'd like to highlight?
Well, what they said is a saying, I can't remember it now, but same old. USC is the only team in the country that's averaging 300 yards in the air, 200 on the ground. Unfortunately, they had to play defense, and therein lies the issue. If their defense would ever wake up and decide, hey, we can win a game or two, we'll be hard to beat. But sometimes our defense forgets that it's a ball game, as they did against Notre Dame when Jeremiah Love looked like he had his personal track meet that day, and all that went on. So, you know, I was one of those. I don't get into the game, but it's just some things that still got to be worked on. You got DeAnthony Lynn coming in, new D coordinator. Yay. You see my enthusiasm, didn't you? Yay.
Well, Coach, I'm trying to get enthused on your take because I led you by saying your team was off last week. You still managed to critique a game that they didn't play last week. I was trying to see if you had something about last week to this week. But clearly you still wanted to talk about USC and venting about that loss to Notre Dame, so it must still sting.
No. Western is not even a blip on the radar screen. We should have beat them by 60. But we end up beating them 38-14, something like that. I don't count Northwestern. Whatever. They had that time. They USC decided to go ahead and put them away after playing with them, like that cat that played with that mouse before he decided to eat him. So tougher games coming up in the next 2 weeks. So we're gonna find out what they made of in the next 2 weeks.
So if they don't make the postseason, is it time for Lincoln Riley to go?
Sure it is.
Mm.
Sure it is. They've equipped him with what he needs. He can't say he doesn't have what he needs. They let me give my quote machine up. They're supposed to address the defense. They're supposed to. I mean, offense is never a problem with Lincoln Riley. He can always have good offenses, but the defenses sometimes make those little coverage mistakes that cost them game. They give up chunk plays when they shouldn't have, like on 3rd and 8, give up 25 and things like that. So those little chunk plays catch up with them on defense. They like I said, these next two teams gonna test them and see if your defense is really back this year, or not back, because they ain't been anywhere. But if they're ready to go this year to get you in the playoff, I think they can. But we shall.
All right, we shall see, Coach. We're gonna jump into some present stuff today, okay?
Iowa and Oregon. Oh, come on, Coach! You got to beat Oregon now.
Yes.
Maurice, can we get an update on the football picks from y'all? Unless Rev has won by default. Rev is not in it this year because I've been missing in action, but give me some time. My schedule is a lot more in depth these days, so I haven't been able to be on top of it, but we'll see what we could do. We'll try to get something before the bowl season. Joe Black said we had someone who beat Texas this year at practice all week. Okay, so Kirby doing his research. That sounds good. Let's go into today's games, and let me give y'all some pick'em music so we can get this party started. Let's go with some HBCU music. We haven't done much of an HBCU report, but shout out to Sean Jackson, doing a great job coaching Delaware State. Phenomenal job. Leading the meet at Delaware State. Big shout out to you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's start these picks. Coach, I'll start with you. Notre Dame versus Pittsburgh. Who you got?
Notre Dame. Jeremiah Love. That's a rather large, solid human being who's ready to rush for over 1,000 yards this year already. So he's at 988. So I don't see Notre Dame. Pitt has a decent defense, but they ain't gonna stop him. I see Notre Dame double digits.
Ray, you share that same sentiment as Coach?
Yeah, Pittsburgh, they don't really score that like that. And they got a good defense, but Notre Dame, I mean, I don't see this powerhouse losing. They empty. Notre Dame lose this, they pretty much killing their season. So you gotta win this for Notre Dame. I'm trying to think. That's many ways Pitt can upset. They ain't had no impressive wins this season. So no, they ain't ready for Notre Dame. I got Notre Dame.
All right, Revenant Nation, make sure you pitch your picks. I'm coming to see who y'all picking right after this next pick. Coach, your team playing a top 25 team, Iowa, USC. We're going to start with Red first. Red, are you picking Coach's team to beat Iowa at home?
I have no choice because Iowa let me down last week when they let Oregon beat them in their own house. Now, you going to USC, an offensive powerhouse, Lincoln Riley. Iowa ain't got enough offense for this. They got a little defense, but you got to have some offense to hang with USC. And I don't think Iowa got enough. I don't think it's going to be one of these 13, 17 games. Not in the Coliseum, it ain't. USC is ready to pound on Iowa and keep any playoff hopes they have alive. So, USC all the way. Sorry, Iowa, you let me down last week.
Coach, tell us why USC is going to win.
Because they're gonna open the game up, get those passes involved. Lemon and Lynn, they're gonna get them involved early in the game. And they're running back, the freshman King Miller is gonna have a running game. I know Iowa gonna try to play that alphabet defense with that alphabet game, BCD, ball control defense and everything. They don't want USC on the field. So they can control the clock. I give him a puncher's chance, but if USC start getting wide open, well, that punch gonna be like a tight USC.
All right, let's see what the VP has. The Blirish over Pittsburgh. Maurice Thor said he riding with Pittsburgh. That must be benefit Miami if that happens. But you really don't want that to happen because that minimizes your victory over the Fighting. So you might want to change that pick, Mr. Prime Minister. You need to keep winning. You don't want Pittsburgh, but if you think Pittsburgh's going to win the game, I got you. But for the Miami Hurricanes' sake, you do not want the Fighting Irish to lose. That hurts your case. The president feeling Irish today over Pittsburgh. Alexis Hill, what's up, bro? Got Notre Dame by 7. Jameson, Joe Black, Notre Dame in a close one. Alexis Hill got USC over Iowa by 3. Trojans don't break.
3.
That's a good one, VP. Joe Black, USC by 7. Oh, say USC. All right. Got the Star Spangled Banner up in that piece, Mr. President. Maurice Thor says Southern California. Iowa keeps chasing its tail with that boring offense they have. Armani. Lieutenant Sonar's in the building. He got USC. The president, ain't enough fish to save Pittsburgh. All the fish that save Pittsburgh.
Okay, I got that one.
Yeah, with Dr. J. That was the old
I got that one.
That right there is showing our age right there. We've aged since the fish that saved Pittsburgh. We were kids.
You're right, real. You're right. That's an 80s one, early 80s.
For sure. All right.
No comment.
On to the next 2 games we got. Coach is back on you. Number 11, Alabama goes into Tuscaloosa playing the Crimson Tide, who is undefeated in SEC play. What you got, Coach?
Yeah, he in T-Town, so Oklahoma, if Mateer struggle and that defense puts him on his back, Alabama gonna run away with this one. I don't think Oklahoma could come up with a win. I hope my brother ain't watching. Is he? Let me see. Nah, he ain't watching because he's an Oklahoma fan. I feel for him like Shaka Khan today. Alabama gonna win.
Red, I know deep down in your football heart you want Oklahoma to win because you know that Alabama and Texas A&M need a loss in order for Georgia to be considered in the SEC championship game. So are you going to vote with what you want or what you know?
What I know. And that ain't Alabama ain't losing to no Oklahoma, man. I'm sorry. This is Tuscaloosa too. I don't know how Alabama gonna lose, but it ain't gonna be today. So I have to figure out another scenario for them to get beat or to get out of our way on the way to our championship. But some way, somehow, somebody got to get that team out of Georgia's way. Because, man, they are the foil to our party real. But it ain't going to be Oklahoma today. I just don't trust them. I don't know how healthy the tier is. And even so, Alabama is at home, and I thought Kalen DeBoer was going to bring that team down, man. He don't seem like he know what he's doing over there. He's bringing that offense he had in Washington over there, and they keep defensive guys. So I don't know. Maybe he just kept the same defensive recruiting guys. Say, okay, my defensive recruiters, y'all ain't going nowhere. I can handle the offense. I know who gets some offense. Man, they just keep right on rolling, real. So Alabama until UGA figure out a way to beat these guys.
All right, on to your team. Georgia plays a home game against Texas today. Tell us why Georgia's winning, Red.
Because it's Texas, and we ain't gonna get beat by no Longhorns, no State, no Cows, nobody. We are finna feast. We finna go down there with our A1 sauce. No, they gonna come up to us and we're going to sit down at the Georgia table with our A1 steak sauce, and we finna feast on them Longhorns, baby. Just like we did last year. I hope Coach is watching when you predicted 50 points your Texas was going to put on us last year. Him and that sorry Quinn Ewers. And you thought Arch was going to do something. He got in the game and we bounced him right on up out. And now he's starting the game and we're going to bounce him right on up out too. Because UGA don't feel no Arch Manning, okay? Sorry, buddy. This is our house and UGA will protect our house from them Texas long hunters, okay? You ain't got JRU and backing you today, Texas, okay? You in our house. You in UGA. And we finna come and we finna cook, baby. Dog. Woo, 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 baby. You ain't getting in our way. Only team that can stop us is the team we just talked about, Alabama. So, sorry, Texas. You ain't no Alabama. You a Sark. And you know, Rev, we ain't worried about no Sark down here.
Coach, who you got between Texas and Georgia?
I just saw something that I couldn't believe, Rev, that Arch Manning has more passing yards than Gunnar Stockton. Can you believe that? He got more passing yards than Gunnar Stockton. So, I mean, Texas is going to make this a game the first 5 minutes. Then, you know, they got to play the rest of it, but they're going to make it a game the first 5 minutes. I can see him putting up a fight the first 5 minutes with Arch Manning coming out hot, throwing a touchdown and sticking his chest out and feeling good. Then, you know, he look up and see, oh, dog, we still down by 3 touchdowns. Okay. All right. Well, let me try something else. Georgia going to beat Texas because Texas is another team that the committee desperately, and I will put capital letters, desperately wants in the playoff. Because of that oil money and whatever else they need. And Arch Manning, we got to put the showcase on Arch Manning. We got to get him in the playoff. You know, they doing this and doing that. But hey, he's going to try.
All right. Now, when I'm looking at Revenite Nation, I'm wondering if there's a pass, puff ministry going on.
Uh-oh.
Because I'm seeing some stuff. Catch this. Dante Armstrong. Hold up.
I'll call him. Hey, Dante.
Oklahoma.
Oh.
Joe Black. Oklahoma. VP. Boomer Sooner for the upset. That's coming out the gate.
Ooh, that's not what we waiting on. You know who we waiting on.
The president got to make up for last week. My push for day. It's going to be an okay day in the A. Smell it.
Whoa. Okay. Oh, no, really? Say my pick there. Yeah, oh, smell it? Man.
Revenite Nation coming out the gate.
What do y'all know about that? What do y'all know that I don't know?
Somebody got the inside track. Somebody got the sports bet track. Somebody, they not letting go of their intel, but I would have never thought 4 folk coming out strong for Oklahoma.
Real, they got that book. They must got that book from Real. They must got that book from Back to the Future too. They already not telling us.
Armani said Atlanta, Alabama, DeBoer rather trying to prove me wrong. I see. Alexis Hill got I got Alabama by 3. The Prime Minister said Alabama in a blowout. Oklahoma should take by 3 in the CFP standings. Joe Black said Georgia don't need to go to Atlanta.
Just like Miami.
Dante says he got Texas over Georgia. That's not surprising being an Auburn fan.
Yeah, you're a hater.
Joe Black said Georgia playoff bound regardless. Alexis Hill said Texas by 7 with the upset.
Alexis, you are crazy.
Joe Black said horns down, UGA by double digit.
That's right, baby.
VP said if you need A1 steak sauce, it's not a good steak. UGA by 10. And
Don't be hating on A1. Don't be hating on A1, bitch.
Dante said, make no bones about it. I am hating on Georgia. The Prime Minister said Georgia will put the bite on Texas and the Horns would truly be hooked. All right, that's good play on words. The president, I'm going to need the Clark sisters to make an appearance at Tuscaloosa. He's looking for a miracle. I got you. I got you.
I thought you said you spelled it, man. Now you crying.
He don't normally come back with those kind of stuff when he smells.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like when I say book it, that's the equivalent when he says smell it.
Right. Yeah, you got me worried, Fred.
Yeah. So he must have changed the ingredients since he made the pick. Good morning,
What's up, Larry?
What's going on, man? And go freaking dogs. I got you.
That's right, baby. Go dogs, Larry.
All right, that concludes our picks for today. We'll see who won and see what will go down in today's game, college football-wise. We've reached halftime of the Red and Red Sports Show. We hope that you've enjoyed it. On the other side, we got some baseball talk. We got some NFL talk, dealing with some hot stories that hit. So we'll be right back on the Red and Red Sports Show. We'll be right back. All right, we're back on the Red and Red Sports Show, and we're coming to you for the second half of the Red and Red Sports Show, so come on in, hang out with your boys. Coach and Rev, I guess Rev will be back in just a moment. We got some comments. Let's see.
Uh-oh.
The president said, I will help Twiggy bring her organ. She's the organist for the Clark sisters. I love it. The Dixon Way said, I know Rev Trey Trading. And you know this, man. And you know this, man. You see the evidence. We don't need that tray wreck on the Hawks. The Prime Minister said the president must be included in Epstein files because this is not like it. Somebody looking for a miracle. Smell something. I like it. Joe Black said, what's that coming down the track? I think you're talking about Coach making those noises. You weren't muted, Coach. You were making some noises during halftime.
Oh, my bad. Who's that?
Jackie not hearing it.
Who's that coming down the track?
Yeah, exactly. Alexis Hill said, I'm a UGA hater. Y'all 2 weeks is going down. Why you hating on the dog so much, Alex? Who's your team?
Or Georgia Tech.
Who's this team?
Georgia Tech.
So
Georgia Tech.
He happy they finally compete. Now, Georgia Tech in good shape to give Georgia a run for their money. That's for sure, though. That's definitely
yeah. I'm worried about that game. I'm more worried about that game than the other one.
Home. It's a home game for Tech too. After they took Georgia to 6 overtimes last year.
Right. And now we got to go to their home.
Yes, it's going to be a good game. It's probably, I mean, I don't know if it can get better than last year's game, but hopefully it'll be a good game. With that being said, gentlemen, it's time for 5 for 5.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Well, you know I can't do it until I get my cue.
Oh, yeah. Come on, VP. It's your late self.
It's 5 for 5 time. One more time for the Holy Ghost. It's 5 for 5 time.
No.
Not the Holy Ghost.
All right. Well, there we go. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
VP must be he going to a reunion.
The 31st one.
He's gonna be the 33rd when he go through this.
The VP may not come when you want him to, but he'll always be there right on time. So we got our directions cue. Notice the cue has been granted. We got 5 times. 5 times.
Real Winston made me laugh so much this week when he had a song that Tears should play for Arthur Blank before he get fired. He had me rolling, boy.
I'm going to have to check that out. All right. We got 5 topics. This is your time, panelists. You got 1 minute to talk about it, 45 seconds. Individual screen, 15 seconds, group screen. Then if you go over your minute, you know the drill. Reverend Nation, while they're talking, you can be commenting. We'll come to your comments right after they get through talking. So, Red, let's start with you, man.
All right.
Drake Baldwin wins Rookie of the Year. Part of your Atlanta Braves team. What says you, Red?
Yeah, Braves. I'll tell you, one thing we can say about the Braves, they just keep finding these players, and I don't know where they get them from, but that's why we love our Atlanta Braves. I mean, your front office or your scouts and your recruiting is so tight, except for the pitchers lately. But no, the pitchers are okay. They just get hurt. That's the thing about our pitchers. You get some good pitchers, they just got to stay healthy. So once again, we find a diamond in the rough. We found Ron Acuna. We found Michael Harris, and here we go, another Braves rookie, Drake Baldwin. Our Braves don't have about 3 or 4 rookies a year in the past 10 years. So keep finding players, Braves, but like I say, you got to find something to stay healthy, especially the pitchers. But like I say, Braves, y'all scouting department is so good that they actually made a movie on it. Clint Eastwood, Trouble with the Curves. Y'all remember that one? That's how good the Braves scouting department is.
Coach, what says you about Drake Baldwin winning Rookie of the Year?
I mean, it wasn't even, it shouldn't have even been a choice, but he has made it hard for the Braves. Not really hard for him, but what they're going to do with the rest of the team. Now, you got catcher. He's your catcher. He is the future is now with him. So, hey, he's up there. So you can't knock him. He's up there. He's going to be the catcher for the immediate future. And they got some decisions to make around him as far as DH and catcher, backup catcher. So we'll see how the Braves handle it.
I think Sean Murphy, I think
No
Sean Murphy might be up.
No comments for Reverend Nate. So let's get a quick talk. If you're the
I
Braves,
think Sean Murphy might be on the trade block. Okay.
So if you're the Braves, do you do this? Do you trade Sean Murphy, or do you keep Baldwin, trade Murphy, and let them platoon between catcher and designated hitter?
If the plans are to let Marcell Ozuna go, then for the immediate future, you need a DH. So yeah, I would keep. I mean, if you want to keep both of the guys, and you know you better let Marcelo Osuna go, then you got a legitimate place to put one of the other. Whatever Dave Murphy or Baldwin don't start, you put the other in the gate. Now, if you think you can trade Murphy and get some viable picks back, or players like say if you can get a top notch pitcher back for trading Sean Murphy somewhere, then I probably would make that move. But it all depends on what their plans are for Marcel Ozuna. I mean, if you're gonna let him go, then you do need a DH.
The other monkey wrench is that they may be saving the DH spot for Ronald Acuna with his injury history.
Okay, I definitely would get that because we gotta have him, and if that means taking him out the field because to protect his needs, then I'm all for that because Ron Acuna is a guy we have to have. So that means you're gonna have to trade Sean Murphy because you're not gonna trade Drake Ball. I can tell you that right now. So Murphy would be the odd man out. Man, if we can get some type of pitching prospect for him, man, that would be lovely.
Coach, what says you?
On, Coach.
I'm not trading Sean Murphy because you got to have a backup. I'm sorry, Mr. Ozuna. You might be odd man out, my brother. I don't know. I hope the best for you, but catcher is one of the most important positions on the field. So you got to have a backup in case something happens. You can get anybody to DH. So
Sean Murphy gonna accept the backup.
we'll see how they twist that around.
But with Sean Murphy, with his salary and years in
He
the
ain't got no
active,
choice. He'll be DH.
But the only thing is that Ronald Acuna thing might mess some things up. So it's going to be interesting to see how this thing plays out. The VP said, well, I'll start with Alexis. They think they definitely need two catchers, and Ozuna is probably gone. They're not going to pay him. The VP said the Braves are notorious for churning out the young talent. Just have to put it together to win chips. On to the next. Oh, nope. I think we got a comment right before I was about to ship. Acuna in 2018 and Michael, not the Revs' son Harris. In 2022, we could get the talent. Just got to be consistent and win games early, be chump killers, as he agrees with the VP.
Well, yeah, that's what killed us this year. Starting 0-7.
Brian Dable, former head coach of the New York Giants, has been fired. Coach, was that fair or foul? What says you?
It's Pharrell. No, I ain't gonna say Pharrell. No, it was fair because you got Jackson Dart, who over the past month has had 3 or 4 concussions, and you making plays for him to run. Are you kidding me? You got him out there running, and he already had concussion, and this is your future quarterback for the next future. That's okay though. It's all over tomorrow. Jameis is back at quarterback, baby, and everybody, the show is about to begin, like Dougie Fresh say. Here come the show. So stay tuned. Jackson Dart, you in trouble, baby. Jameis going to give you 10 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. Get ready.
I'm just happy to hear Krabby. Now I don't care about him playing, just to hear him in the media talking. Krabby, hurry up and retire so you can come to ESPN or Fox Sports or wherever they're gonna hire you, because the TV job is waiting on you, homeboy. But definitely fair, Rev. Like Coach said, you got the young quarterback getting 3-4 concussions. Man, you got some players that don't have 3 or 4 concussions their whole real, and this guy don't have this many concussions in his rookie season. And Brian Dable, how dumb are you, man? If you're so worried about him getting hurt, why are you drawing up running plays for him? You were so concerned about his health, you ran into the little blue tent when he got hurt the first time. Well, if that's the case, what are you drawing up running plays for him for then, you big dumb moron? God, you deserve to get fired if you're doing stupid stuff like that. And no, I don't want him here in Atlanta. If you're dumb enough to mess, you can't even keep your own quarterback healthy. I don't want you coming out here messing up my quarterback's health too. So no, I don't want Brian Daboll as my offensive coordinator. And yes, it was fair. You got fired because ever since you put that dude in, you just been coaching really dumb, man. And the Giants saw it. Everybody saw it. Coaching like a nervous little loser. And they got you up out of there because you're too dumb to keep the job. Bye.
The VP said that was fair. You finally got a good QB, and you out there showing your offensive malfeasance by getting your QB hurt. Some guys are better coordinators than HCs. I'm just saying, Joe Black. I think the way Daniel Jones looking good in Indy also hurt him a little. Good point. VP Shador Sanders just entered the chat with his whiteboard. X's and O's. Did you hear Matt Chernoff from 680? What his hot take was about the coach's head coaching search? Brad?
What did he say?
He said if by chance LaFleur is fired in Green Bay, there could be a possible reunion with the Falcons and Matt LaFleur. Would you like that?
Hey, anything, get Raheem up out here. And yes, Matt LaFleur is who we should have kept from the get-go. Anybody is better than Raheem. As long as Raheem gone, I'm good.
The president said Daboll will land a job in college. I don't know. He's too high-strung, man. He's too high-strung. And with now the transfer portal, I don't know if he'll be able to keep players. I don't know. Joe Black said, I like the idea of LaFleur. I'm sure you do. That'll be a great fit, and he can maximize the offense for sure.
And then he'll keep Jeff over.
On to the next. A.J. Brown speaks out. He says, it's not about my stats. It's just the Eagles' offense is not ready for the next level. What's your thoughts, Red?
It sounds like it's about his stats. Well, I get it. I mean, you want to contribute, and look, AJ definitely made some good points in his little rant. I mean, with the way the Eagles' offense is playing, it's gonna be hard to think they're gonna be able to win back-to-back Super Bowls playing with the way their offense is producing. The defense, great, but I mean, AJ. But he could have made some points saying, yeah, we beat the Packers, and yeah, we just keep, sliding by. But when the playoff time comes, is this, mediocre offense, the way our offense has been playing, is that going to get us over the hump? So if those are his concerns, I understand them. But the way he just been going about it these past few weeks, these past few seasons, it's kind of like if Devontae had said this, okay, we probably wouldn't be thinking, nah, man, you just care about your stats, man. It sounds good, but you really just care about your numbers. Coming from AJ, it just seems like a selfish, diva receiver, upset that they winning and he's not getting his numbers. So I understand the message he's sending, but the messenger has probably messed up way too much in the past to be sending this type of message as of now. You should have let it come from Devontae Smith, or maybe Dallas, or maybe even Saquon.
Coach, what you got?
AJ, I would explain to him. I know you might be a little upset the ball not coming to you, but look at the alternative, AJ. We can make sure that you are the greatest wide receiver in the NFL playing for the Jets.
That's the take, Coach. Interesting take.
And that's all. That's it.
Oh, man, that's a little dicey, Coach. I'm going to see what Rev 99
You ain't happy where you at? We can get you somewhere else.
There's a lot of AJ talk. Joe Black said AJ and Philly need a divorce. The VP said AJ needs to understand team play, do your job, and win chips, bro. It's such a diva. I'll take Smitty over Crybaby Brown any day. He also says, I've seen AJ fold like a chair on Montgomery Bolton dock. Bro needs to keep his mouth closed. The Eagles just win, baby. Prime Minister says A.J. Brown needs to stop being a wide receiver diva and get with the program. Joe Black said, numbers don't lie. When A.J. is force-fed, the Eagles lose.
See, I told you the messenger is the messenger that's bad. If it was somebody else saying it, it probably would be received a lot better. But it's coming from AJ.
It's a tough situation. And the reason why I say it's tough, I just pulled up AJ's contract. He signed up into 2029.
Whoa. Woo.
Okay. His annual value for his extension is $32 million. But catch this. $84 million is guaranteed.
Wow.
So what does that mean?
He ain't going nowhere.
Well, I would say this. If $84 million is guaranteed, his annual is $32. It's up into 2009. That guaranteed money probably runs out in 2 years. So what does that mean? He can get cut. Why would he get cut? Lack of production. Because here's the rub where we got to be careful, especially when it comes to NFL, because these contracts are not guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We can sit up here and talk about team ball all we want to. But when it's time to negotiate the contracts, what are they going to say to AJ? You weren't top 50 in touchdowns. You weren't top 50 in yards. You weren't top 50 in this stat, that stat. And AJ ain't going to be able to get no extra millions talking about, well, at least I was a decoy. At least I
was a team player.
I was a team player. I took one for the team. That's not going to be evident in his contract.
And Rev,
I got to push back against these. AJ is a diva. AJ is saying what he's saying, might be going about it the wrong way. But at the end of the day, he's like, my contract going to get cut. And y'all are not going to pay me for just being a team player.
Right.
Because you're going to compare my numbers to Devontae Smith. When I want my 30, 40 million with Jefferson and all them, y'all going to say they running circles around your stats. You know? So that's where in any other sport, I get it. But when they're not guaranteed contracts, I'm like, AJ, I get it, bro. I get it. Because when you sit down and negotiate, they're going to put your numbers against everybody else's numbers and justify why you shouldn't be getting paid the way those other players get paid.
And Rev, you know too, what the personal like gonna be like, is his wife or girlfriend gonna understand why we can't take trips like we used to? Oh, right. Because they ain't giving you the ball like they used to. You down a few million. I can't get that new condo.
He's gonna say we can't do it because I decided to play team ball. And
right.
then the girl gonna be like, well, forget that team ball. You start playing AJ ball.
Right. Man. Oh man.
The president said AJ would complain about not getting the ball on the Wheat Street asphalt back parking lot football team.
If you get paid, you better. Hey, is Dr. Harris gonna pay AJ some money?
The VP said, "Thanks, Reverend Dr. AJ's reading the tea leaves. Still a buster though. The Eagles playing this one perfect." Dante said 100% right, Rev, and wide receiver dependent position. He literally can't do anything productive-wise if he's not getting the ball. And then Dante said, and Red, Devontae did speak out, but it's Devontae, so people didn't speak up about it. The VP said AJ needs to create separation. Bro can't get away from a DB because he whines so much. 84 million guaranteed. I'll take that all day. Sign me up for the Jets in the new contract. Dante said, listen to Smith. He wants the ball. Now, I will say this. AJ takes it to social media. Smith does. That's facts. All right, let's get back to the next topic at hand Let me cue the music back up. Get it crunk back up. Next topic, Coach, it's on you. There's been a basketball firing. Nico Harrison, who made the controversial Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis trade is out in Dallas. What says you, Coach?
Look here. I ain't blaming Nico for the whole thing because guess what? Somebody got to sign off on it, don't you? He don't have the last say so. And he may have proposed it, but somebody up above him signed off on it. So they just as guilty as he is. So Nico ain't the only one that should be gone and made that dumb trade. Whoever approved it in the upper management above him, you got to go too. I'm sorry, he the only one that should be jumping on.
Red, jump in.
Yeah, I think I'm with Coach 100% on this. First of all, this was not all Nico. The owner, did we not hear that the owner wanted this to happen? Nico was moving under the orders of the owner. That's why the owner was out this week talking to that little kid at the game, talking about, I'm sorry, we made a mistake. We made a mistake. Not Nico. We made a mistake in the Luka Doncic trade. So Coach is right. I don't know why Nico is taking all the heat from this. The Dallas Mavericks owner, whatever his name is, not Mark Cuban, you need to be taking some heat from this too, buddy, because you instructed Nico to do this. Now, I don't know about all the other moves they putting up under Nico, but as far as Luka Doncic go, you, the Dallas Mavericks owner, instructed this move to happen. He wanted this move to happen, and Nico was just following orders. Now, I'm not saying Nico is this great guy, this smart GM. I'm not defending him, but I am saying what Coach saying is right. This move came from up above, and Nico should not be the only one taking heat from this. Dallas Mavericks fans, season ticket holders, you need to be coming at that owner with a little some of this heat. Nico gone now, so you can't blame him no more. He on the beach somewhere earning 20%.
All right. Let's do everything that you got to say. The price I'll take $2 million, 20%. A real plate, and a chinchilla. Dante said, Nico equals scapegoat. That's simple. The VP says Chef Boyardee just entered the chat sulking because they lost Luka, a prize shareholder. Alexis said Nico Harrison was the fall guy. The owners did not want to pay Luka a max contract. They are feeling the heat from the fans now for sure. Where's the thoughts of New Orleans put no name Nico in power?
No.
Rap or Dallas? Nico is the same person who was the reason Steph signed with UA instead of Nike in the beginning. They told Cuban that Luka was safe for the sale. Well, Billy Knight ain't busy. That's what the president said. And
we'll go back to that nightmare. Mavs fans, we know how you feel. We do.
Speaking of Steph and Under Armour, they cut ties this past week.
Yeah, I heard.
So Steph is no longer representing Under Armour.
Sure did.
All right, moving on. Now, I actually buy a lot of Under Armour stuff now because Steph's connection. And I was at the Under Armour store when I read the report yesterday that they cut ties. It's like, dang, that's odd. All right, last topic. Travis Hunter's rookie season ends with an injury. What's your thoughts about it, Coach? Red, I'm sorry, Red.
Well, I don't know. My thoughts are kind of sad. I mean, I'm kind of down because he had such a promise. Came to the season with such a promising rookie season. He wanted to play both sides of the ball. I'm not quite sure how much he's gonna be able to do that going forward. Now he's gonna have to pick one side, offense or defense. I'm just worried now. What is the significant other thinking? Like, man, hey, dude, you already out for the season? I thought you were gonna be one of these great players. Oh boy. I just hope the drama don't start right now because Travis' rookie season ended a little abruptly. So, but other than that, just pulling for Travis to bounce back next season. And the Jags, y'all gonna have to figure out, and it's not gonna be Travis' decision. You're gonna have to tell him offense or defense. Preferably, I prefer offense, but whatever decision he makes, it's gonna have to be one side of the ball. He already don't got hurt, so one side of the ball going forward. Pulling for you, Travis Hunter. Keep your head up. Duval!
Coach.
Duval. Travis just was unfortunate to have the injury. I mean, it's wear and tear. You know, should he evaluate both sides? His last game on offense, 4 catches for over 100 yards. So it was clear he was becoming a part of the offense. And then secondly, nobody else was doing anything on offense receiver-wise anyway, so he had to play on the offense because they wasn't catching the ball. So, you know, a lot of things led to that injury. And there's one thing about it. You can best believe he already had the surgery, so he's going to be in the weight room or wherever getting ready for next year because he loved the game of football. And he's determined to show everybody what he can do, which they already should know, but still, he's coming back strong.
All right, let's see what Reverend Nation got to say. His girl, Cricket. You know they did have that
Lord.
baby.
Here we go with that again.
They did have the baby. VP, non-contact play sucks, but the kid will continue to play. Both sides, low management may introduce to his regimen Duval. Heal well, young brother. Winston said Palinka was Kobe agent. Nico worked with him at Nike. Nico wouldn't allow Steph to put a Bible scripture on his shoe. Steph goes to UA. Nico becomes Dallas GM to be the fall guy. Steph goes to Nike. Wow. Interesting. I'm going to say this about Travis Hunter. If he wants a long career, he needs to be a full-time wide receiver. That's his bread and butter. He's not physical enough to do the tackling that comes from being a DB in the NFL. So he could actually go to the Hall of Fame as a wide receiver because he's next level. And hopefully somebody speaks to him and just said, look, young man, we'll play you on the defensive side situationally, but your calling card is a wide receiver. And that's the bottom line because Rev said so. No, I'm just playing. All right, let's move on, gentlemen. NFL review. Red, let's start with you, man. No, matter of fact, I'll come back to you. Coach, what happened to your Steelers last week, man? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, Coach. All them fantasy points y'all cost me.
Some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield. As simple as that. And then when Aaron Rodgers had his worst game of the season, which he was bound to have, he 41, he just happened to have it against the Chargers. And just like I said last time, I'm gonna use your bucket on coming up. Rodgers will bounce back this Sunday. I can tell you right now, he's not gonna have 2 bad games in a row. He will bounce back. And with the additions, they keep getting additions on defense, which I don't know why they don't address offense, but defense. I think Cincinnati and Joe Flacco, he old too, so he bound for a bad game. So they got a different game plan for Mr. Chase and Mr. T. Higgins. And Motormouth in the backfield. You talked about the defense, Mr. Chase Brown. We're gonna see what you're gonna do this weekend when you can't run for 100 yards. And then you look at the defense like, what y'all doing? They're gonna look at you this weekend and say, what you doing? Running for 40 yards.
All right. Red, your team took the hell out of Berlin last week. Your team is currently on a 4-game losing streak. Am I correct?
That's correct.
What's your thoughts?
My thoughts, not much about the coach. Like you say, Rev, man, the your take earlier about Raheem was music to my ears. I mean, it's pretty much how I feel about the guy. I mean, as you remember, I think I went crazy too. I think I went on a little rant after that Washington game last year. You know how upset I was, and like I've been telling Falcon fans, I was done with Raheem then. I told you, remember, I wanted him fired. I said, get rid of him now because I just did not see it getting better from that. Dude looked completely like a moron in that Washington Commanders game last year. Every move he made was dumb as dirt. And we don't came into this season and nothing has changed. I mean, nothing has changed. I mean, he might have had a game or two where it seemed like his time management might have gotten a little better, but overall, dude, you still the same Raheem Morris. You still the same Raheem Morris you was in Tampa. You still the same Raheem Morris you was jumping up and down when we won that playoff game in the locker room. You are a hardy animal. You are a player's guy. You are the type of you are the coach, not the head coach, but the coach in the locker room the players go to when the head coach is making them bad. You are that's the guy you are. But guess what? That guy ain't head coach material. That's why the players go to you when the head coach make you mad. You can't be the head coach now. No, that is just not what you made for. It's not what you suited for. It's not where you fit, man. And I've seen it. I saw it last year. I see it now. All these Falcon fans jumping onto the party that me and Rev set out for y'all. Well, thanks for finally joining us. We told you last year he was a moron. Did you think we were lying? You thought we were joking? No, we ain't joking. This guy is dumb as dirt. He is not a head coach material. He is coordinator material. Okay? And the fact we keep going out there every game thinking this guy's gonna do anything. Look at him on the sidelines. What does he do to affect any games? He stand on the sideline. He don't coach offense. That's Zach Robinson doing. You don't coach defense. That's Jeff Ulbrich doing. What you have done, you don't brought in one dumb defensive coach last year at the fire, and then you bring in another dumb offensive coach that you gotta fire, but you can't fire him because you don't coach yourself into a corner. You fire Zach, you might well fire yourself, and that's where we heading anyway. You gonna be gone at season's end, and Zach gonna be gone at season's end. Personally, I don't want Terry gone, but if that's what happened, then I mean, that's what happened. Like my boy Winston said, Terry need to go up to Arthur Blank office and break down and tell him something like this. I know you want to leave me, but you got to hold me. And he really right, because I know you want to fire both of them, Arthur, but Terry did put this team together. He put some good players on this team for Raheem to coach, and Raheem just has blown it. He blew it last year, and he's blowing it again this year. So no, I say Terry deserves one more coach of his choosing. Arthur, Rich, and everybody else, stay the F out the way. Let Terry pick his own coach, and then let Terry ride this all the way to the end. If he mess up this coach, him and that coach will be gone. But let Terry try to fix this mess that he made by bringing Raheem on, because he has put a solid team together, and he deserves to pick a coach that he feels can get this team over the hump. It ain't Raheem, and it definitely ain't Zach, okay? Zach, get gone. Raheem, you should have been gone. Falcons, well, we got 8 games left. Just hold on, buckle your seatbelt, because it's going to be a bumpy ride.
All right, Red. Let me see. Winston said, going back to Travis Hunter, he'll be fine. ACL injuries are nowhere near as detrimental as they were in the day. Travis wanted the bad go wide receiver. He wanted the legacy go cornerback, but he can't do both at his size. Joe Black, Zach Robinson has to go, and Raheem needs to go with them. Winston said, it's Red's fault we're losing. We've lost every game since he was talking about being positive after the Bills game.
See what happened when I'm positive?
The VP said Heem is giving the BS stereotype some legs. Replace him with another brother. Laugh out loud. Joe Black, here's also what's problematic with Raheem. Kicker and CB2 were problems last year, have gotten better because they ignored both, and both cost us winnable games. Dixon Way said Raheem is a joke. Dixon Way said also, go get Matt LaFleur if he's fired from Green Bay.
Or Mike McDaniel. Either one of them will work.
Winston Thorne said, Radio Raheem needs to go. He doesn't have the backbone to be a leader of men. He's too loyal to fix obvious situation. And that's the real issues. Also, he's just not an intelligent guy when it comes to making decisions. The coach's corner, unfortunately, as an organization, you have to keep Ra for another year. You can't continue to have a carousel of coaches in your organization. If you ever want a competent coach to come here, well, I would say a competent coach would know that you hired an incompetent coach that you should have never hired. So that would be the grace period, in my opinion, because you can't sell Raheem to the Falcons fan base. Season tickets are going to be affected if Raheem Morris is the coach next year. Better believe that. Joe Black, what's going to hurt Terry is we're going to be getting a top 10 pick, and it's going to the Rams.
Yeah, that'll look bad.
That's
oh, God, that might be it right there. That might be off to say, okay, man, I don't even have a draft pick this year. You go and take your little brother too.
but here's the thing. Yes and no. The optics are bad, but what did you say earlier, Joe Black? That the Falcons have a pass rush. The guy that they got with that pass rush. So has it been a total failure? Jumping back into the first round this year, giving up your pick this season, and when you made the pick and got back in the first round, you weren't expecting to be this bad. You were expecting this pick to be in the 20s, at least. So I don't know if we can grade Terry too badly if you could say one of the best components on this Falcons team is the pass rush, and the guy that they drafted is helping with the pass rush.
Okay, so Rev, you say one more season then. Give him one more. At least let him pick another coach. Pick one more coach.
Well, from what I'm hearing is he never picks the coach.
That exactly, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, if he's not getting the chance to pick the coach, give him the chance to pick the coach.
Right.
That's what GMs usually do.
Right.
If
Rich can stay out the way. Rich, right. you just run the organ. You just run the operation. You stay Arthur. You don't know nothing about football. You stay out the way. Terry is the GM. It ain't but one voice I need to hear. Terry, let Terry run this. I'm gonna pick the coach. I'm gonna pick the players. This is my operation. If it all go wrong, I'll fall on the sword. But for right now, let Terry run this. Let him pick the coach because he has proven that he has put some good players on this team.
Oh yeah, he's done well. He's done well putting the roster together, especially bringing the team out of salary cap purgatory. He did that.
Yeah,
and he's put together a one of the most talented rosters in the league. He just doesn't have the coaching to go along with the talent.
There you go.
Because check this out. Even with Raheem Morris being a terrible coach, you still played the Colts as best as you could. You beat the Bills. Now, you got boat raced a couple of times by teams you shouldn't have got boat raced by. But overall, we see that the talent is there.
Yeah.
To compete on a high level, you just don't have a competent coach.
Nope. Or a competent offensive coordinator.
Exactly. Doesn't matter about that pick. JBJ was worth the top 10 pick. I agree. The Dixon Way says we got a call from the Falcons to buy season tickets because fans are defaulting on their PSL, personal seat license. I can see that. And that's going to be a continuous thing. Terry hasn't gotten to pick a coach. Yep. And that's part of the problem. Dante saying Rev as a bonus. Xavier Watts, 3rd round pick. Falcons got pretty good too. Facts. Facts. Terry's done his job.
Yeah.
Joe Black said Arthur Smith was hired before Terry, and I'm 99.9% sure McKay picked Raheem. That's the biggest problem is Rick McKay. What he did for Tampa Bay, that was 2 decades ago. It's time to move on from that. New day. It feels like Terry is the black face for the team without the true GM powers. I agree. Raj trying so hard to create his own identity and be a McVay tree, he's actually blackballing himself. What coach don't play in preseason? What an idiot.
Well, Horace, he's doing a great job of turning the Falcons into his identity. Like you say, your football team takes on your identity. And what's the Falcons' identity right now? All hype, no deliver. Just like Raheem.
I love it. All hype and no delivery. Hey, man, that should go on a T-shirt right there. That'll work right there.
Yeah, that's Raheem. That's Raheem's personality, baby.
Put his face on there, all hype and no delivery. That'll get you some sales, Red. You might want to steal Shaq. You know when Shaq was on TNT, and whenever a good shirt concept, what was that dude? Rolled up, what was they call Mad Dog or somebody, whoever it was.
Yeah.
Like, put that on a shirt. Put that on a shirt. So that might be something you might want to do.
Write them down.
Yeah, that's good right there. All hype and no delivery.
Not FedEx, we don't deliver.
I got you, Hard.
Either not,
What'd you say, go?
Not FedEx.
The Dixon Way said, "How can you call B?
Not FedEx, we don't deliver."
Yeah, that's good. I like that. The Dixon Way said, "How can you call Bijan the best player in the NFL, but give excuses Zach misusing Bijan and Tyler?" I agree.
He turning Bijan into Bijan ain't done anything since that Buffalo game. It's about to be 4 or 5 straight weeks. Bijan has done anything, so killing the man.
Coach's Corner, thanks for stepping in the gap. That's what he always said. Underdog, put that on the shirt. Put that on the shirt. Thank you, man. Yep, I got you. Yep, that's the name of the guy that Shaq would always say, put that on the shirt. Put that on the shirt, Underdog. Yep. Good catch, Coach's Corner. Appreciate it. All right, gentlemen, let's jump into picking these picks, man. We got quite a few games this week. Reverend Night Nation, after every third game, we'll put your picks on the screen. So go ahead and pick these games with Coach and Red. Give y'all some pick'em music.
Really forgot my name.
We're gonna start with the Prime Minister's team and the team that everybody had high hopes on, but they're not delivering. Let's start with it. Commanders versus the Dolphins. Red, who you got, man?
Surprisingly, I got the Dolphins in this game. I'm not quite sure if Jalen Daniels gonna be playing this game. If it's Mariota, you know how much I believe in Mariota. And Dan Quinn, your defense is been a little overrated lately. And you got Mike McDaniels, still Mike McDaniels. Man, know how to call. That running back he got has been balling the last few weeks. And you still got Waddle out there, who is healthy, so he can still get the ball to Waddle, even though Tyreek Hill ain't there. And like I say, this is Mike McDaniels. I'm sure he'll find some receiver on the other side that you can throw to every once in a while to take the heat off the Waddle. But Dolphins, we left them from dead weeks ago, and surprisingly, they winners of 2 out of their last 3 games. So I'm going to say Dolphins winner of 3 out of their last 4 games. But don't do too much winning now, Mike, because we still need you in Atlanta next year. I almost Steven Ross would be like, yeah, maybe I need to keep this guy around.
Coach, who you got, man?
Commanders.
Any reason why?
Dolphins still got a slight bit of dysfunction in them. They think they turned the corner, but they might be turning the corner into a doggone oncoming traffic. Commanders.
On to the next one, Jaguars versus Chargers. On you, Coach.
Oh, Chargers easy. Jaguars are struggling that wide out there. All they wide outs are either hurt or can't catch. Chargers.
Ray, who you got, man?
Yeah, Jags definitely facing some injuries with the skill players. Travis is out. Brian Hunter, I don't think Brian Thomas think he don't disappear. I don't even know who the other receiver is down there. The running game is all right, but I think Chargers just balling right now. They see the playoffs coming. They're a little bit more stable. Jags, they probably going to play themselves right out the playoffs. Chargers.
All right, last one before we go to Rev Night Nation. Red, it's on you. Texas versus the Titans.
Texas, do I need to explain anything else? Texas, they got the #1 defense. They about to drive poor Cam Ward into the river. So I think that defense is going to be a nightmare for him. And they just need to put up a few points. Titans ain't gonna put up no points, so they can win this one real 17-0. But
Coach,
Texas,
got, man.
Coach Tight Shirt, Texans.
All right, here we go. Joe Black, Jay Dan's not playing. Do you still have the Commanders? You sure about that? Winston Thornton got the Dolphins. Dixon Wade got the Fins. The VP got the Cobra Commanders for the dub, even without Daniels.
It must be Daniels.
Daniels out, so give me the Fins.
Yeah, man.
We ain't got to that game, but we see that you're excited about your Bears. The Dixon Way got the Chargers. Winston Thornton Chargers. Coach Corner Chargers. VP Chargers. Winston Thornton got the Texans over the Titans. VP, somebody need check you out over there. You got the Titans over the Texans? You sure that's what's supposed to say Texans? Alexis Hill got the Texans.
No, my.
The coach's car got the Texans. Man, VP, you all right over there? Just making sure. On to the next game. Coach, it's on you. 49ers versus the Cardinals. Who you got, sir? Oh, before you pick. Brock Purdy's back. Does that make a difference?
Brock Purdy back, baby. Brock Purdy back. Everybody get ready. Brock Purdy back. That's why I'm going to go with the Cardinals. No upset.
Wow. Because of Brock Purdy coming
Why
back.
upset the apple cart with Mac Jones? Why upset the apple cart with Mac Jones, who's been winning games? You know,
well,
I'm going with the Cardinals. Jacoby upset.
The 49ers might say there's 60 million reasons why we got upset. Ray, who you got, man?
That's true, but still.
I would take the Cardinals and upset like Coach, but Marvin Harris is not playing. I never really been a big fan of Jacoby Brisket. If you take Marvin Harrison away now, you take this big playmaker away. I don't think McBride and Bam Knight is going to be enough to handle Kyle Shanahan's offense, whether it's Brock Purdy or Mac Jones playing. Kyle Shanahan draw up enough plays to get them over the hump in Arizona. I got the Niners.
All right. Red on you, Packers versus Giants. Who you got, sir?
Well, I would love for Jameis to get one more win in his last hurrah, because I believe this is his last season. But I don't know what's going on. Packers, if y'all lose this game, man, Matt LaFleur might be on the hot seat for real, because now y'all might be playing around with your playoff lives. Because that'll definitely put the Lions back in first place. And now you got the Bears and the Vikings on your tail. I mean, you're in a tough division, Packers, and losing to these teams you shouldn't lose to. You already lost to the Browns. You already lost to the Panthers. Man, if you lose to the Giants, that's going to be a trifecta. I'm hoping Matt LaFleur get a team to bounce back after they lost to the Panthers last week. Let's go. No. They lost to the Phillies. They lost to the Panthers, and then you came back and lost to the Phillies on Monday night. So, yeah, boy, you need this win, Matt LaFleur. So, yeah, Packers, y'all better win this game.
Coach, who you got, man?
Packers, like I said, James could give you 7 interceptions or 7 touchdowns. I'm gonna go with the Packers.
Back on you, Coach. Are you bearing down or are you rolling with the Vikings?
Hey man, I'm with my boy Caleb. Caleb done find his coach, and now he finally showing off his skill. And McCarthy regressing. Justin Jefferson is not happy. I'm going with the Bears.
Ray, you joining him with the Bears?
I sure am. Bearing down all the way, baby. Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson, the nice connection. The Bears have been balling. I don't know how they don't, even though they started the game off, they don't won with 4 of their last 5 games. And so I got Caleb Williams on the fantasy team, so I need him to show out every week. But yeah, I'm taking the Bears. I like what I'm seeing in Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson.
All right. Let's see what Reverend Night Nation talking about in these parts. Winston says Cards in the upset.
You Bears.
The VP said I've connected with Rez Dealer. I recuse myself. Alexis got the 49ers. The VP said bang, bang, Niners gang. Dixon Way got the Niners over the Cardinals. VP said Murray and his PlayStation controller have entered the chat. Winston said Pack Attack over the Giants. Dixon Way Packers. VP go Pack go. VP said the Bears over the Vikings. Winston got the Bears. Pink 75, you already let us know where you stand, brother. He said bear down, baby. Alexis Hill got the Packers over the Giants. On to the next set of games. The Buccaneers versus the Bills. What you got, Cole?
Ooh. God, dog. I'm going to go with the Bears. I mean, I mean the Buccaneers. I mean, no, I'm not. No. The Bills. That's what I meant. Bills. That's what I'm going with.
Are you going to tell us why?
I think Josh Allen, James Cook is reaching that 1,000-yard mark and getting motivated to run again. I think he's healthy again. So I'm going to go with the Bills. Keon Coleman found out that he can catch the football and they throw it to him. I'm going to go with the Bills.
Ray, who you got, sir?
The Bills haven't been playing good football the last few weeks. Losers of 3 of the last 5 games. But of course, I mean, they playing the Bucs, so I need the Bucs to lose as many games as possible. But I don't feel good about this one, real. Buffalo, but the Bucs still, they still a little injured. And I'm not quite sure yet. They still don't have the guys back. So Buffalo should win this one. They at home. But I don't like the way Buffalo playing lately. They receivers not giving them anything. And their running defense is pure crap. So expect the Buccaneers to have a good running day on them. But in the end, I think the Bills are edged by like a field goal or something.
All right, on to the next. Ravens versus Browns. What you got, Red?
Oh, boy. I tell you who I don't got. Kevin Stefanski, Dylan Gabriel, and that whole S show they got going up in Cleveland right now. Everybody knows Shedeur Sanders should be starting for this team and giving this team, this city, and this franchise some hope right now. But of course, Kevin Stefanski is chosen not to play ball, and he's going to be fired in the offseason. So I hope his little stance is worth your job, Kevin, because that's where you're going to be, on the unemployment block. And it's going to intensify this week because the Ravens going to blow you out. They are going to kick your tail. They are going to beat you down. And they're going to emphasize even more why you should have had Shedeur playing. You just wasting Myles Garrett's career. You're wasting this defense over there. God, Shedeur should have been on the field a month ago, should have been playing a month ago. For this clown Dylan Gabriel, I don't care if he was a third-round pick. Read the tea leaves, moron. The team wanted Shador on the field. And you gonna put Dylan, I don't care if he was a second-round pick. Who give you the best chance to win? Dylan, who ain't won nothing since he been out there, or Shador, who had everybody at training camp and all the pundits saying, man, what a spark this kid could be and just giving a shot. You are an unmitigated moron, Kevin Stefanski, a moron. And that's why Baltimore gonna beat you down and have your home fans saying, get him up out of here. You should be fired on the spot. You shouldn't even coach the last 7 games, Kevin. But anyway, Ravens in a convincing win, Rev. And I mean convinced.
All right. Coach, Browns or Ravens? And I ain't talking about what you want. I'm talking about what you know is going to happen.
It don't matter. It's going to hurt either way, Rick. Come on, Coach. Got to make a decision. Come on, Coach. We ain't say, don't say those ties.
Ravens. Ravens.
He wanted to say,
the Ravens on fire.
To say the Browns because the Ravens are hot on his Steelers tracks.
But he can't. He can't because he know Dylan Gabriel ain't gonna do it. Maybe if Shador was playing, but not no Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah. Coach was trying to find a way to say Browns.
I know he was.
He finally gave up the ghost and said, I can't do it.
Browns got defense, Coach, but they ain't got that much defense.
Last one before we go to Revenant Nation.
Yeah, whatever.
Seahawks versus Rams, Coach. It's on you, sir. Who you got?
It's a game of the week right here. I don't ever like to go to Sea Chickens in a tough game. I'm gonna go with the Rams.
All right, who you got, Red?
Yeah, I'm with the Rams too. They both pretty hot teams, both coming off 4-game winning streak. And I know Seattle they got a road winning streak going on right now. I think it's a 10-game road winning streak that they're on right now. But hey, all streaks are meant to be broken. And you going to Rams, you going up in their house, SoFi. Rams playing some good ball right now. Matt Stafford playing MVP football, and that defense is playing pretty good. Good enough to make Sam Darnold turn back into same Darnold again. Same old Sammy. Not for the whole season, but for this game right here. Same old Sammy we gonna get. So I'm taking the Rams.
All right. Let's go to Revenant Nation. Bills. Winston Thorne got over the Bucks. Lex said Bills. The Dixon Way says the Bills over the Vikings. Dixon Way said I got the Bills over the Bucks. BP Bills over the Bucks. Another Hink said Bills over the Bucks.
What up, Hink?
Too many B's for Coach. Winston Ravens. Gabriel's playing. Alex got the Ravens. Dixon Way said owner doesn't want Shador. He isn't playing because he doesn't want him being the face of the franchise. The Dixon Way said that's why the coach ain't playing Shador. Ravens easy win. DP got Ravens. Alexa said, I got the Rams over coach who coach calls the Sea Chicken. DP said I got Rams. Winston said, no, not so fast. Give me the Seahawks. Dixon Way said, no, come on back. I got the Rams. Dixon Way said, I want the Oregon Ducks and the CFP. Go Dogs. Dixon Way, sorry, off topic.
It's fine. I want them at us too, Larry, so we can beat Winston.
Winston said, Larry, you don't want my Ducks in the playoffs. We'll be healthy by then. All right, let's go. How did this game get all the way down? All right, we got 4 this round.
Your Ducks gonna be ready next weekend.
That's right, Coach. Talk that stuff. You heard of Winston? USC gonna handle y'all next weekend.
All right, Red. You ready for this one, bro?
I hope so. Let's see.
Cowboys versus the Raiders. Who you got?
Oh, I thought it was another game. Man. I'll go. I'll go with the Cowboys. You know, I need Brock Bowers to have a good game, but Raiders, Gino look like y'all down for the Cowboys. You had a good start, and Pete Carroll, I don't know what you doing, man. Why did you come back for this, man? Man, you might want to retire again, Pete. I know you don't want to come back for a losing team, but I got the Cowboys. Cowboys trying to fight every game they get in the playoffs. Skip Bayless still believes. I believe this week Skip over the Raiders.
Coach, who you got, man?
Gino says last man standing. I'm going with the Raiders. Gino says I'm fired up. I feel it.
You smell it, huh?
Okay.
Back on you, Coach.
Yep.
Lions versus the Eagles. Sunday night game.
Oh, quick update, by the way, Red. South Carolina is leading 17-3.
Over Texas A&M?
All right. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Over Texas A&M?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, that would be huge for Georgia.
No, they call it incomplete pass. South Carolina is leading.
All right.
Yes,
That's
sir.
good.
South Carolina is leading.
All right, Coach, go with Lions versus Eagles. Who you got, man?
Eagles.
Any particular reason why?
Eagles, even though the Lions got the high flying offense, Eagles are solid though. I'm going with the Eagles, and AJ Brown will stop crying this weekend.
Coach, Red, who you got?
I gotta go with the Lions, man. I want AJ to keep crying this week. I want the Lions coming there and put up about 40 or 50 while AJ watching his offense drop about 10 or 20. Like, man, why can't I be in the offense like that? Look how they doing Avon St. Brown. Those are numbers I need. Hey, Detroit, come call me, baby. I know you want to leave me. But you got to call, man. Come on, Detroit. Get me over there, baby. Hey, that's the offense AJ Brown want to be in. That offense right there. Or hey, KC, what y'all getting? Somebody put AJ Brown in the offense, but they just flying high every week.
One caveat, Coach. AJ Brown may struggle some more because Dan Campbell is taking over the defensive coordinator responsibility for the Lions. So his job is to exacerbate the problem.
Oh Lord!
So I thought I'd throw that one out. Right,
Yep.
one more before we go right to Reverend
I'm still saying the Eagles though.
Okay. Chiefs versus the Broncos. Govern yourselves accordingly when you make this pick. Coach, who you got, man? I'm sorry, Red. It's on you. I'm sorry. Red, who you
Is
got?
Patrick Mahomes quarterback?
Well, go ahead. You want to start? Go ahead. Yeah, he is. Who your pick, Coach?
Well, Chiefs. The Chefs gonna beat the Broncos because the Broncos offense is what's the new? I'm gonna go to my dictionary. The Broncos offense is putrid. Putrid.
Oh,
That's my word.
all right. Red, are you rolling with that pick?
Yeah, I'm rolling with the Chiefs. The way the Denver Broncos, their defense is great, but the offense is so up and down, so inconsistent. Can't play that way against Kansas City. Not when they offense rolling like that. Got all their players back, and you got to play consistent offense to beat them. And the way Bo Nick's playing, I don't think that's enough to beat one of the big dogs at their house. No, who house is it? Y'all house or their house?
Their house.
Their house don't matter. Bo Nick still playing inconsistent. I think if the Chiefs put up 25, that'll be enough.
All right, let's go to Reverend Nation. You got Dixon Way said the Cowboys. Tie game between the Cowboys and the Raiders. The VP got the Cowboys, called the Cowgirls. Winston got the Cowboys. Lexus got the Eagles over the Lions. And the VP was validating that 17-3 score. I know he's Gamecock heaven right now. Hopefully they can sustain it. Winston got the Lions over the Eagles. Dixon Way, good job checking. Dixon Way got the Eagles. Winston said Broncos over the Chiefs. Got Dixon Way said red flag. Is that a song? Oh, that's the Tomahawk. Okay. Got the Chiefs. VP got the Chiefs. Or the chef, as Coach called.
That's what I'm finna say. I guess he's saying the Chiefs.
Last set of game. And they go to the two guys who represent these teams. First team. Alex still got the Chiefs. Bengals versus Steelers in Pittsburgh. Coach, as short as you can, because I know you start going in third and fourth string players from Steelers. Why are the Steelers going to beat the Bengals?
Because they got embarrassed by them last time, and the Bengals got the worst defense in the league. Revenge for the Steelers.
Okay. Red, who you got?
Both teams coming off embarrassing losses. Both teams' defense didn't play their best ball. But I got to go with the Steelers to bounce back. I mean, you got Aaron Rodgers against Flacco. Steelers I trust the Steelers. I trust one defense, and then they at home. I'm going to trust the Steelers defense over the Bengals defense. I need DK Metcalf this week. Need you to go out there and put some numbers up, man. Aaron Rodgers, let's go Steelers and beat the Bengals. Well, you're going to be, man, y'all might be on the outside looking in, because this would definitely be a devastating loss for the Steelers.
All right. Last game. Brett, do you believe Raheem to win this game? Will it be Raheem the Dream or Raheem the Nightmare?
I must be dreaming if I think Raheem will win any game, because his entire coaching resume is a nightmare. But hopefully it ain't gonna come down to Raheem or anything he needs to do. Hopefully our offense can possibly get back on track. I think our defense will show up, but if we ain't scoring points, it ain't gonna matter. So we at home, man. Real, this is our last hurrah for the season. We don't make no noise in this game. Season over with, and yeah, them season ticket holders. Me and Red gonna be looking at y'all kind of side eye. Y'all the reason the Blake keep thinking things are all good. Y'all need to show him when y'all go to that stadium. How about not even going to the stadium? Like, let him walk in the stadium and be empty one day. Like, it's be nothing but the opposing team fans. And then he'll know how we really feel about this product he's putting on the field. But you at home, Panthers beat you 30-0 at their house. I mean, come on, Falcons. Do you have any pride? Do you have any guts to go and get your revenge against this division rival? And Bryce Young, who for some reason, Red, why is it we can't beat Bryce Young? But man, I expect to take care of business tomorrow. Come on, Falcons. This is it right here. Do or die, now or never. I ain't worried about Raheem. I'm just really talking for my players right here. This is just for the players. I am out on these sorry coaches right here. But come on, players. Play with some pride. Come on, Jeff Ulbrich. Get your defense pumped up. Let's figure out a way to get this victory. Somehow, some way. Jalen Walker, you got a pick six or something for me? You got a fumble recovery touchdown for me? Something, man. Let's beat the Panthers. Let's go, Falcons. Wise up. One more time for me.
Coach, are you rising up with Red?
Well, like you said, when you put that cat in the corner, he ain't got nowhere to go. He gonna try to scratch them calendar. If that's such an oxymoron to say, they
got to put your signal in the corner, Coach.
Gonna claw the Panthers and gonna get out of the mice. Gonna be in trouble.
We struggling to hear all your puns and everything. So just tell us your pick. You cutting off.
Who you got?
Falcons or Panthers?
Yeah. Falcons.
All right. Now, Red,
Falcons.
I'm disappointed in you. I'm disappointed.
Me?
Uh-oh.
Is the objective to win a meaningless game or to get rid of a terrible coach?
Well, I see you point. I see you point, Rev, but man, I mean, but I want this win against the Panthers because they embarrassed us this year. I don't want to just say, okay, season done. Let's just drop the rest, even though it might help us. But I'm saying, but then because we got the Saints next week. See, these next 2 games against teams that I just don't want to lose to, even though I understand what you say. But Rev, it might not matter, Rev. It might not matter. Look who we got coaching. So
if you lose to the Panthers and the Saints, you already know the inevitable is happening.
Oh yeah, I think the inevitable is happening as of right now. I think Arthur Blank has seen enough. But you're right. You are right.
I don't trust that because remember we're talking about Arthur Blank, who will get excited with a 4-game winning streak when the team is already out the playoffs. And says, you know what? Let's pick up on the momentum going into the next season. So that's why you want things to be terrible. You want things to be horrible to guarantee that Arthur Blank doesn't see any sunshine coming down the pipe. Because Raheem can lose 6 games, and then the Falcons can win out, and they miss the playoffs by 1 or 2 games. Well, you know what? He finished strong.
Yeah.
See, you're
right.
You don't want no hope. You want this thing to fall, collapse completely.
Oh yeah. Which is what I thought was gonna happen last year.
Yeah. All right, let's see here.
Well, like you say, Rev, it might collapse no matter what. That was what I wanted to pick. I mean, shoot, Raheem, it's gonna make me another Raheem boo-boo show tomorrow, and then it'll be let them lose to the Saints. The Saints. Oh boy, like I say, Rev, I don't have no faith in Raheem. I'm just telling you what I would like to happen because we lost to the Panthers. But Rev, trust me, I would not be surprised if the Falcons drop the rest of the game because, like you say, Raheem is coaching, and Zach, our offense is a boo-boo show. And Michael Penix talking about he relying on his girlfriend for support. Man, don't say no crap like that though.
All right. Well, the picks have been shown for the past 2 games. Surprised to see as many Bengals selections over the Steelers.
Well, let me see what Rev Night Nation says, Rev. Let's read they comment.
All right, let me go back to the games. Winston got the Bengals over the Steelers. VP said just because I got the Bengals over Steelers. Dixon Way got the Steelers.
That's why we're going to bust up.
Alexis Hill got the Bengals. Alexis got the Falcons. Dixon Way got the Panthers.
Oh, Lord.
Oh.
Winston says Falcons get some get back despite Radio Raw. Dixon Way said Dan Quinn was fired after the Panthers lost. Raheem will be fired after the Falcons lose.
Okay.
VP got the Panthers. Winston Thorne said we got the Juicy J chirp phone. Who got the Juicy J chirp?
Juicy.
That'd be you, Red. J chirp phone. All right, the picks have been made. We'll see what goes down. Let's close this thing out. Who has the right to do what, when, where, and how? Red, you normally start. Who you got? Who has the right to do what, when, where, how?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but DeAndre Ayton, dude, you got a right to keep playing like you playing, man. Real, dude gave us 20 and 16 rebounds last night. I honestly thought that, man, we were gonna have to beat him and giving us some physical play. But man, DeAndre Ayton is playing inspired. He is playing motivated. And I know when LeBron come back, he ain't gonna let DeAndre Ayton fall off. So see, I was thinking it was gonna be LeBron that was gonna have to push DeAndre Ayton. Oh, DeAndre Ayton been playing motivated and inspired without LeBron having to get up in his grill. So man, keep playing like this, DeAndre. It didn't help us against OKC, but against everybody else, That's what we need, man. And yeah, put Reed Hayes on the bench. You starting. That can work for us. It's been working so far. So yeah, man. DeAndre Ayton giving my Lakers the big man that we didn't know we need. You have the right to keep doing this, DeAndre Ayton. Hopefully my Lakers keep winning. And I like and Laker Nation like what we seeing so far. So DeAndre Ayton, you have the right to keep balling.
Coach, you have the right to do what, when, where, how. Wake up.
Wake up, Coach.
All right, now I'm gonna take you to a place that we don't usually do nothing or talk about, but I was a guy on TV, and that's this comedian named Drewski. America, and whoever does these commercials, keep that boy off any sports commercials. He has no athletic ability. He is not funny, but yet he wants y'all to think he's funny. He's about as worse as Kevin Hart. Keep on sports commercials with them corny lines and get some people sports that know sports, please. I know I'm out of left field, but that's every time he done popped on my TV twice, and both times it's been corny. Keep him off TV, please.
All righty. And Chiefs, you got the right to take care of business against the Broncos. Too many people trying to predict that you might not make the playoffs. That's not in Patrick Mahomes' DNA. We need this dub tomorrow. Take care of business in Denver. You have the right to get the dub and then to be back in play for the AFC West divisional title. Let's see. Revenant Nation. Winston Thorne says Falcons have the right to clean house outside of Terry and Ulbrich. The VP said, Gamecocks, you have the right to finish off the Aggies while you can. 20-3 second quarter. Woo, that's good. Last question. If by chance, between now and next week, Arthur Blank has the guts to fire Raheem Morris, will you be okay with Ulbrich being the interim and potentially being looked at as the future coach of the Falcons?
I most certainly will be. That's who I want is the head coach. I want him and bring in Mike McDaniel, make him the offensive coordinator. Because the reason I say that, Rev, I don't want too much to change from what we got. And if you keep Ulbrich as head coach, you keep the same defensive style that we have. You bring Mike McDaniel in, Mike McDaniel can fix the offense. If it's not Mike McDaniel, Matt LaFleur is let go in Green Bay, you bring him in. As long as we get a strong offensive mind in here to fix this, to get this offensive talent over the hump, I am fine with Ulbrich running the show. He had a little experience with the Jets as the Jets interim coach last year. I don't think it'll be the same as Raheem. Rah, I'm trying to be this. Look at me. I think Jeff Ulbrich will be a Mike Smith kind of conservative, not all out there look at me inside. He got to do a good job because his son messed up. So he's motivated to make Arthur Blank happy any way possible after his son screwed up last season with that draft. Remember messing with Shador in that draft stunt he pulled. So and look at the way our defense is playing. And so you see he was motivated coming in to make sure his side of the ball is the right side of the ball. So it wouldn't be the biggest name. And I know you said, Rev, you wanted the offensive guy to grow with Michael Penix. But I feel like if you brought Mike McDaniel in, you sign him to a multi-year deal as the offensive coordinator. Because I don't think Mike McDaniel's trying to be a head coach right now anyway after he leaves Miami. So bring Mike McDaniel on as the OC assistant head coach. Let Ulbrich be the head man and let Terry keep picking players. I don't know what you think with that. What you think about that?
We got to learn from past Falcons mistakes. If Mike McDaniels did get the job as OC, if he's able to make Mike Penix the player that everyone wants him to be, guess what? He leaves, gets another job elsewhere.
You think so? You think a team will bring him in?
That's why you got to have an offensive head coach, because it's rare that head coaches leave a franchise to be a head coach somewhere else unless they're fired. To guarantee that Michael Penix is going to have somebody consistent, the head coach got to be an offensive mind. Ulbrich, I think, could stay in the defensive coordinator capacity. Not too many people, I think, are going to hire him as a head coach. The thing about it is, even if you bring Mike McDaniels in, you're talking about a huge seismic offensive shift for the Falcons. So you might as well let it be on the head coach side, let him change the offense automatically, and just be cool with Ulbrich running the defense. I think that's
you take Mike McDaniels as the head coach?
No, I ain't talking about him as the head coach because I don't really think he's a leader of men.
Right.
But my problem with Mike McDaniels is if he gets the offense to be top notch, we've already seen what happens when you got Kyle Shanahan. I think the best case scenario, Green Bay fires LaFleur, you bring LaFleur back, and that's where you start.
Well, yeah, that'd be the best case. I would love for that to happen. Now, you don't want Mike McDaniel at all as the head coach.
No.
Okay. All right. I mean, that real, like I say, as long as we get an offensive mind in here, because we ain't used to having an offense this bad. We got to get an offensive mind, but we got to figure out a way to keep Jeff Ulbrich. Because Jeff Ulbrich has done wonders for that defense and that pass rush. As long as we keep Ulbrich in some capacity, hey, let the head coach be an offensive mind. As long as the offensive mind, I'm good.
Yep. VP said, great show. Winston says Steelers and UFC have the right to continue to be trash.
Shut up, Winston. With them damn ducktails. Sorry, y'all.
The Dixon way said LaFleur gets fired, you hire him as the head coach. And keep Jeff U for the DC agreed, for sure. All right, man, that's it for today. Thank y'all, everybody, for watching episode 398. We're 2 away from 400. All right, everybody, peace out. Peace out. Thank you, Reverend Nation, for blessing us with your comments.
Good to have our whole show back. Our entire cast back today.
No doubt about it. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one.
All right.
Yes, it is.
What did he say, Real?
Is it JJ's team now? Jalen Johnson.
Yeah. If we don't get LaFleur, as long as we keep Jeff Ulbrich, I'm fine. And then because they have no choice but to go get an offensive mind. You're right. You got to have an offensive mind in here. You got to do what Michael Penix, what the Bears did, but